Okay, here we go. The Planet Mikey Show.
He's about to get crazy and wild. Stay for a while. Don't touch your radio
The Planet
dial.
Mikey Show.
Kicking it back, sports talk. Listen to that and stay tuned for some giggles and laughs. Go.
This is Butch Stearns. I never, ever miss the Planet Mikey Show, especially when I'm taking a bath. You do what you want with that information.
Welcome to the Planet Mikey Show.
See, Butch, that's TMI. It's in the vernacular of the internet, TMI. Too much information. IGTB. Now that's what I use. You know what that means, guys?
No.
I've got two balls.
That was great, Mike.
Now, on a more serious note, welcome to the Planet Mikey podcast, everybody. Episode number
11?
311.
Brought to you by Pro Automotive of Webster and Dudley. ProAutomotive.com. I'm sorry, ProAutomotiveMA.com.
If you've got trouble with your car,
Yes.
or SUV,
Yes,
Pro
that's Ben.
Automotive is who to see.
Got trouble with this SUV. Automotive. And Pro Automotive FM. Yeah, so how is your car? The one that precluded you from being here last week, Ben? That piece of shit you have, that car.
Piece of shit car.
Piece of shit.
I got a piece of shit car.
Is it running?
It's running. It got me here. Okay. No, it was fine. I got it fixed. I spent $3,300 on it, fixed it. And then yesterday I noticed the check engine light was on, and then I noticed a little bit of pool.
And what was your mistake in that whole process? Not going to Pro Automotive. You took it to some guy who
if it's under the hood, go to Pro Automotive.
can't get it done. And you spent too much money. Now, you would
right.
think that by now it would have sunken in, all these messages.
No, I got it now.
Okay. So what are you going to do next time your car breaks down?
Pro Automotive.
.com.
Webster and Dudley.
I learned. I'm smart.
I learned. I like people go, yeah, well, you're stupid. While the evidence is just audiophonically going into your ears that person is stupid.
I don't believe you. Huh? I don't think you like those people.
Fucking hate them. Hate them.
Why don't you ask them why they do that?
It's ASK. Can you pronounce that? You got the job.
Oh, man. I knew how much you hate that.
We're also sponsored by the world's greatest coffee cake, the coffee cake of the stars, the coffee cake that Rob Reiner eats 3 a day.
I'm still waiting for him to set himself on fire.
Why?
Because it'll be viral.
Yeah, he said he was going to do it.
We got so many things to talk about today. I guess we should start with the sad news. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Really sad for me. I was on vacation. I heard the news about our friend LB, Lyndon Byers, number 34, Boston Bruins, passing away at the really young age of 61 years old. A lot of people didn't know what was going on with him as far as his health, and they're not really talking about it, but, it's a sad thing to hear about somebody that we liked so much. The guy was really, really great. We loved Lyndon Byers.
Yeah, he was a lot of fun.
I was there at his 50th birthday party on February 29th, 2014, because he's one of those leap year. He was one of those leap year babies, born on the 29th of February. So he only had a true birthday every 4 years. And we got, of course, banged up at the Greatest Bar, and we celebrated his birthday. But I go way back with him to 1993. And LB came on my TV show and was just funny. I mean, he was always, and he was witty, too. He wasn't like, some dumbass hockey player who didn't know anything who just kept repeating cliches over and over again. He was a very funny guy and very, very likable on camera and on the microphone, as is evidenced by the fact that he went on to have a long career on WAAF's morning show with Greg Hill.
Likable is a good word for him.
Very, very likable. I remember we took him to Spooky World. When I was at NECN, we took him to Spooky World because we were scared. And he was so funny. Like some kid dressed up as a demon or a goblin or something would jump out of the cornfield at him, and LB wouldn't even flinch. He would just like punch the guy, or something. He was just hilarious on that trip, and that's how we got to know him originally. But we had him on. I think maybe his last podcast was with us.
I think so. Yeah.
It might have been a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. And when he came on the podcast, he was funny, and we did it by telephone. We couldn't get him in the studio, but we did a bunch of stuff with him on the telephone, and we have some clips to remember our friend LB by. The story I liked the best was the one when he talked about how he stole his uncle's car. Here it is right here. This is Lyndon Byers, everybody. You told me one time that the people in Saskatchewan, when they want to have fun, they get in the car, they drive 3 hours to go to the Holiday Inn to go swimming.
So here's a quick story about the Byers family. All right, guys, I'll just keep it short.
Sure, whatever.
So I had Uncle Dale, who was 4 years older than me. I had Uncle Jeannie that was 6 years older. Uncle Kelly that was 8 years older, and Uncle Lau, who he was the oldest. He was the genius. He was the guy that went to college. The rest of us were a bunch of F-ups and hockey players and meatheads and whatever. But my Uncle Dale owned a Mach 2 Mustang, and I stole it.
How old were you?
I was 13 and a half, so I stole his car because I was in love. Me and my best friend, Paul Sainema, we wanted to go see Meatloaf. Meatloaf was playing a live concert in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. So it was 4 hours away. So I stole my Uncle Dale's Mustang. He was the youngest engineer in Canada. I think it was CN Railroad. He was out of town, so I stole his car. I was in love with Rhonda Erdman, and Paul Sainema, he was my best buddy. It was Rhonda and Shauna Erdman, the Erdman sisters. They were 14 and 16.
And they were impressed. The girls were impressed.
Obviously.
You told me one time that the people in Saskatchewan, when they want to have fun, they get in the car.
That's what I did. Yeah.
He stole his uncle's car to go see a girl when he was 13 and a half years old in Saskatchewan because there's nothing else to do up there.
That's what you do.
Then, the thing about LB, too, is he was loved by not only the people he worked with at the radio stations, but his teammates loved him, too. I heard Ray Bork talking about him a little bit with Greg Hill a couple of days ago. And he also, when he was on with us, he told a story about what it was like being on the Bruins as a young guy.
I was lucky enough in my career, and my life has been a gift because of Harry Sinden drafting me. Jerry Cheevers was my first coach. I got to play with just incredible. I played with John Rattel, like my rookie year. I got to play with Stan. And my greatest story ever, my first training camp, my first shift, Cheesy was the head coach and put me out against Stan. And I was like, go ahead, take the puck. I'm going back to junior. It's all good. I'm all set. I'm good.
Oh, man.
I played with Taz. Taz was my coach. Milbury, I played with Milbury, and Milbury was my coach.
Not to mention Ray Bork and Cam Neely. I mean, those two guys, you played with them for a long period of time, and that had to be just great, too.
I owe Cam money for house cleaning because when we lived together, the peanut butter and jam that was on the counter when I came home hammered at 2 o'clock every night.
No, not you, LB. Not hammered, buddy. He was so much fun to hang around with. I got a story about one night I was hanging around with him, and we did a lot of drinking. I'll tell you that story in a minute. But first, we must say that he had a second life after the hockey career ended. He was only like 30 when it came to a close. Maybe not even 30, maybe 29. And he went on television with me, and he went on the radio stations. But he had a tremendous on-camera presence, and he talked about his media career here with us.
Mikey, not for nothing. You helped build my career after hockey. You made me feel so comfortable doing your show.
The TV show. When you came on that TV show, man, and it was like when you did that Maury Levine bit, the skinny little Jewish kid who was a producer.
I love Maury. How's Maury doing?
We set it up so that Maury had on a Montreal Canadiens shirt, and Maury's he was a skinny guy, and LB comes in, and we had Maury egging him on, pushing him, poking at him, trying to get him to pick a fight with him, and finally LB stands up, pulls the shirt over Maury's head, wraps him up, it just tosses him to the studio floor. But you were good in a live sense, and that's how everybody knew that, I guess, that you could handle any of that stuff. It was coming at you live. You were quick.
I'm just happy that I had a great sense of humor.
We have video of that. We have video of that event.
Yeah.
We're going to play it right now. Let's do it right now.
For those watching on YouTube, sure.
Exactly. For those watching on YouTube, of course. Well, I mean,
the listeners.
You can't watch video on an audio feed.
Well, it's sort of like the theater of the mind.
The theater of the mind.
Yeah,
this is E.G. Marshall.
Welcome back to Hockey Fight Night here in Newton, Massachusetts. I'm your ring announcer, Mike Adams, and our contestants tonight are both quality hockey fighters, have been around the leagues a few times and had their share of PIMs. The little hockey term I thought I'd throw out there. In this corner, Maury Levine, weighing 130 pounds, 5'11", and hails from Boston, Massachusetts. In this corner, from Nipawin, Winnenip, Saskatchewan, 236 pounds of solid,
easy, Mike,
solid muscle.
I seen 236, but I was stung by a bee and I blew up. I've got that allergic reaction.
Lyndon Byers, everybody. Now, when I say go, you guys go. And Maury, we want you to instigate since you're got home ice advantage. Okay, ready? Go.
Maury's already... This, folks, would be a whooping.
All right, now, time out. Start again. Uh-oh. Maury, you got...
That was not...
Maury, you didn't throw one punch, man. What's the matter with you? Maury, it's LB. He's not even playing anymore. All right, LB, I guess he's done. Hey, Maury, just whatever you do, don't embarrass the company. He's not gonna get him. He's playing possum with you. Notice he covered his groin region when you went after him with that stick. Maury, by the way, just don't do the Oliver McCall thing, okay? Maury, go have a cream soda. Take a break. Go ahead. Go have a tuna salad.
Lyndon Byers passes away at the age of 61 years old, and we had some. I don't know if I told you this story. I might have. The night we were both totally shit-faced at Daisy Buchanan's. We had a limo driving us because, LB had a history of, difficult OUI situations. Yes. So we had a limo drive. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning at Daisy Buchanan's, and it was nuts that night. And I bumped into a guy. I was drinking a little bit, knocked his drink out of his hand. The guy grabs my shirt. Wants to fight me because I knocked his drink out of his hand. He's got me by the shirt. And he's like, in my face. I said, dude, I'll buy you another drink. It was an accident. And all of a sudden, LB's behind him, tapping him on the shoulder. And he says, hey, not for nothing, pal, but if you don't walk away right now, I'm going to have to kick your ass in front of all your friends. And I'm like, yeah, you asshole. And all of a sudden, I'm tough too. And the guy obviously backed off because LB is, was an intimidating guy. But it was just fun to have him around as a bodyguard, fun to have him on the TV show, fun to have him on the radio, fun to have him at Spooky World. He was just a lot of fun. In the NHL, he had his best season was 10 goals, 14 assists, and 236 penalty minutes. But our condolences to his wife, Annie, and, of course, his son, Will. I have a son, Will, who's born the same year as LB's son. And we will leave you with this one more clip from Lyndon Byers and his podcast on Planet Mikey. That's not it.
That's not.
He did a great horse impression. I'll give him that. It's not talked about very often, but he was really good.
It's unbridled humor. Oh, I'm sorry.
Here we go.
Did I say that?
Thanks for even thinking about me. Means the world to me. Boston has given me my future, and my life, and it's very, very special. So it's nice that you guys all, thinking about me.
We
That's
miss you,
cool.
pal. And we will miss him even more.
Yeah.
No. So LB is gone. You know who's not gone? Bill Lee, the spaceman. Can we try to call him again? He told me he'd be home today. Yeah, maybe he's home. Maybe he's buffing. He could be buffing his toenails. He likes to do that. By the way, the worst toenails I ever saw in any Red Sox locker room. Yeah. This is kind of a random fact that no one knows this, because toenails can get really gross. Bob Zupsik.
Oh, Bob.
Remember him?
Yeah. Why? What was so wrong with them?
They were all twisted up, mangled, yellow, green, and brown.
How the fuck do you let that happen to your feet?
I was interviewing the guy, and I looked down, and I go, "Oh, dude, Bob Zupsik. What do you never take care of your toenails, dude?" I think Bill Lee's probably gone out for the day. It sounds like he's not answering because he usually answers on 2-3 rings.
Putin with the carrot.
Yeah, see, no, that's a sad. That's
all right.
He's talking about Putin and Trump.
Since he
on his voicemail.
isn't joining us. Billy, a member of the Savannah Bananas. Have you watched a Savannah Bananas game?
Yes, I have.
And what are your thoughts?
Well, it's a circus. It's the Harlem Globetrotters on steroids.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a mocking of baseball and their fans together and collectively, but in a fun way.
Sure.
And by the way, these guys can all play the game. We were going to have Bill Lee on. Maybe we get lucky and have him back. But the video that was shown from the Savannah Bananas of Bill Lee coming into the crowd, in front of a crowd of 35,000 people,
Great crowd,
screaming and yelling at Fenway Park for the first time. 50 years was the last time that happened. The World Series. It's unbelievable. So he comes in and they're doing this big standing ovation. He faces this batter. He throws a pitch, probably about 75 miles an hour, and the guy hits a pop up to left field, and the outfielder does a backflip as he catches the ball. And you say, well, this is crazy shit. But the teammates come out. This is a 78-year-old pitcher on the mound for the Bananas. He's like a cult figure in the Savannah Bananas organization. But the feeling he must have had of being that now Spaceman's calling my phone.
Oh, good. Find out if it's him. We'll call him back so we can put him on the air.
Hello, Spaceman. What's that?
Am I late?
Oh, yeah. We're going to call you from the studio on a 508 number right now. Are you at home?
Hey. Yeah, I just called that 508 number back, but it didn't answer.
Okay, he's going to call you right back. We'll put you on the air. Bye. Am I late?
All right, so I went to the game at Fenway on Sunday.
Yeah.
And there was one thing I realized, I had seen some clips, and I was very familiar with it, obviously, because of Bill and everything like that, and I'd seen some clips. And I was like, okay, this is kind of fun. I get it. Bring my kid and everything like that. And I realized as I was sitting there, I was like, it's definitely not geared towards me. That's for sure. And I never expected it to be. But I thought it was geared more towards kids. And as I'm sitting there realizing, watching and go, oh, no, this is for women.
Well, okay. Women or kids. It might be at the same level. Women or kids might be at the same level
I
of
thought you were
baseball.
saying women and kids are at the same level.
Carrot or stick?
What, mentally?
No.
It's about time you've been using the stick.
As baseball knowledgeable people, kids are at the same level as many women because they don't really understand or ever watch the game like you and I have. So it was
fine. It was a fine experience.
Yeah.
It's a little much. All the dancing between every batter.
You don't like that?
It's a little. You can do it after innings. Just.
Yeah, that's because you can't dance.
Oh.
Did we get Bill?
Perhaps he's using his cell phone, and he's not at home at the landline.
He said he just called you back.
Are you there?
I'm there.
Hey, all right. We did it. How you doing?
I'm good. Wife took the ringer off. I was out mowing the lawn. I come back, and then I just happened to find out you guys had just called back to back. So, at least I was around. It's too hot to mow, even riding a lawnmower.
The two athletes that I remember from Boston sports that mow their own lawn are Bill Lee and Larry Bird.
Yeah, Larry. Well, he's a French hick from French Lick. So I've been to French Lick. It is. I'm telling you, it's deliverance all over again.
It is. Yes. The banjo picking guy sitting there. Now we were just talking about the Savannah Bananas when we were trying to get you on the phone, and you had honestly, Bill, what I thought was a tremendous moment, going to a place where you had some very huge glories in your Red Sox days. How did it feel to be in front of 35,000 Fenway screaming fans, under the guise of the Savannah Bananas style of baseball?
Well, it was the best of times. It was a tale of two cities. It was a Dickens novel, and it was. I was reluctant to go. I wanted to play. They had a bad game for me a year ago, and I knew that they could redeem themselves. They had a great game Saturday. I was at the hotel. I watched it on ESPN, and they played tremendously, and I was looking forward to it. But then I asked Jesse and the Bananas, I said, there's only one way. I don't want to go in from the visitors' clubhouse. I don't want to be run through the crowd. I don't want to be this. I don't want to have my spikes on. I said, I want to go in through the players' parking lot, through the back alley, into the clubhouse, sit there with my wife, my dog, a Pilates ball, and 4 Advil before the game. I want to meditate, relax. I don't need to warm up as pot. And they said no. And I'm going. They put me in the frickin' where Joe Mooney's office.
Yeah.
And I'm going, it is the size of a casket. and now they bring me out, and I'm looking for a Pilates ball. I don't get it. And then the Red Sox security wouldn't let me warm up in the bullpen, which they have underneath the dugout. These guys take batting practice and then go in and hit.
Yeah.
I mean, they have all this stuff that we never had. They had to actually play ball and pay attention, and we didn't have a net in front of the dugout so you could get hit with a foul ball. These guys are a bunch of pussies. And, so I go out, and then I do my stretches, I do my routine. I threw 2 balls from behind the mound, and I got them right to Billy Leroy. It was his birthday that day, my catcher that I love. And I threw strikes. And then I went out and threw the first perfect breaking ball that I had thrown in a month, and it was an ephus. It was actually the second best breaking ball. I threw one in Manchester, but I got arrested in the notch on Wednesday by a state trooper. But this was my second one, the tale of two cities again. I threw it perfectly, and that little midget umpire missed it. And the hitter didn't swing at it. I yelled at both of them and gave them shit. I said, you got a man at second base? Swing the fucking bat. And the umpire said, and Billy Leroy said it was a strike. And he said, I didn't see it. The umpire did. I said, well, buy a fucking stepladder. Get on top of that. Maybe you can fucking see things, you midget. And then I threw pretty good after that.
Yeah, well, yes, you did. Now, were you nervous when the ball was in the air because the guy did a backflip catch, or did you know he was going to catch that?
No, I didn't even watch it. I just walked off the mound. It's already out. Yastrzemski caught that ball. That guy didn't do a backflip.
Right, he didn't have to. Right, he didn't want to.
I knew what I did. I threw a good fastball, a cutter away. He was late on it, which made me feel really good. He popped it up. He got under it. I go, that's a good pitch.
That's good.
That's like Will McEnany popping up Yastrzemski for the final out of the fucking World Series. Remember that?
It's not just like that, but it's similar, yes.
Similar, yeah. The guy could have done a backflip on that.
Now,
that would have been Foster.
When the Savannah Bananas posted that video, and they said, 78-year-old Bill Lee comes out, he throws strikes, and they did this posting on YouTube and Twitter and all that stuff. On my Twitter account, it looked like 256,000 views on that one video of you. Now, that's kind of a big number for someone your age, isn't it?
It's a big number for anybody Methuselah's age. It's I don't have that. I used to have what they called some TV. It was a satellite TV, but that went out because it went digital, and I don't have digital.
Yeah.
And I don't have a TV, and everybody's paying attention to me. And with the movie Ephus, I'm flying to Chicago on Friday.
Yes.
And I'm going to Wrigley Field. Red Sox, I'm going to batting practice on Friday, and they're showing Ephus on Saturday before the game.
That's a new movie that features, basically it's about that particular pitch.
Yeah, it's named after the pitch, but I had a beer by Magic Hat named after that 20 years ago here.
Right.
So Ephus has been in my life ever since I threw that breaking ball. And
50 years ago.
I did that when I got it. But you know what the revelation is this week? The revelation is, well, the fact that I'm not in jail, but the other revelation is I saw the pictures over and over again of the brawl in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
And you know who hurt me?
Mickey Rivers.
No, Friendly Fire.
Oh,
Burleson. Burleson got me.
Red-ass rooster?
Red-ass rooster. If you look at it slow motion, there's a picture I got, and I thought I had Otto Velez wrapped up. But then as you see me, I'm away from the pile. I'm still moving towards the pile. Burleson came out of nowhere, split me and Otto Velez. I can see Otto in the second picture. It looks like I got a hold of Burleson. Burleson hit me from behind, got me spun around, and in the picture before, you can see Mickey Rivers running out to hit me in the back of the head.
Yeah, he was a dirty little player.
Oh, my God. And then I'm out of the picture.
Jesus.
And there I am on the ground in the next frame. And it's...
So it was Rooster.
It's artificial intelligence. It is bad. Burleson got me.
Burleson got, after all these years, after 49 years since 76, we finally find out that it was Rick Burleson and not Mickey Rivers.
They paused it. It was the fact that he entered into it.
Yeah.
He changed history. He changed every nanosecond that would have allowed me not to get hurt. Because if I had seen Nettles coming at me, I would have faced him straight on instead of getting hit from behind and dumped on my shoulder.
That's right.
I never saw that happen.
That's right. Oh, man, that was 76, and that ruined this.
And there goes my 300-win season. You know, I would have had a good fastball for the rest of my life. You know, maybe they'd trade me to Montreal. You know, maybe we won in 81 in Montreal. You know, I could have had a Hall of Fame career.
You don't know.
And,
you never know now.
You never know because of Friendly Fire.
Now, it's 50 years, which is, to me, it's a huge number. 50 years since the 1975 Red Sox, clearly one of the most beloved ball clubs that the Red Sox have ever had.
It is.
But here's what bothered me about that World. Two things bothered me about the World Series. First of all, people that say anything that you did wrong, you had a 3.14 ERA against the Big Red Machine in the two games you pitched. In the eighth inning, you in the game 2, you went 8 innings. You give up 2 earned runs. Game 7, you went.
Let off hitter in the ninth inning. And here's the funny thing: there was a rain delay, and Bench said he was going to hit me the other way because his shoulder was bothering me, and he did. And no, I would have pitched him in.
But you didn't lose the game. You never lost.
No, I didn't lose the
game. You left both games with the lead. But the Red Sox in game 7 were 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position.
Tell me about it. Remember Bernie leads off with a high wall ball double, and he's stranded at third. We stranded 3 runners at third.
In that game 7.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, but the fans still love that team. They love everything about the 75 Red Sox. And of course, you were part of that. But I've always said that if it wasn't for Jim Rice getting hit by Vern Rule and hurting his wrist, that Cecil Cooper could not have gone 2 for 19 in that World Series. Exactly.
And Bernie still would have hit the pitch hit home run. So you're right. It wouldn't have taken Bernie, but Bernie was the most valuable hitter on our team.
He was unbelievable. Did he know he was clutch, or it was something he found out later?
I'm telling you, when Zimmer said, he go up to Zimmer, he goes, bench me or trade me. He didn't want to play every day.
Bench. I've never heard that from any ball player's mouth. Bench me or trade me. You know what? The other trade thing I love was when Casey Stengel, when I don't remember which catcher he was talking to on the Yankees, but he sat him down and he said, well, he goes, one of us just got traded to Kansas City.
Well, it was Ron Swoboda. He sees Ron Swoboda, he walks away, he goes to the writer. You see that Ron Swoboda? He's 22. In 10 years, he's got a good chance to be 32.
Oh, man. Well, the people are celebrating the 50th anniversary, Spaceman, and, of course, the people that were in the park there with the Savannah Bananas, they loved seeing you come out there. But, we've lost a couple of several members of that 75 team.
Tion.
Louis Tion he passed away last October. Denny Doyle passed away in 2022. Your friend Roger Moret, who looks like a spider crawling out of a suitcase.
Oh. He's a Culebra Negra, black snake.
Yep, that's right. And Dick Drago, of course, is no longer with us.
He's gone. He died the day I had my surgery, December 1st. I remember that. I was going, well, I'm on deck.
But maybe next time you're at one of these reunion functions and you see Rooster, you should give him a cheap shot in the back of the head when he's not looking.
I am. I'm going to remember this because we're going to do it again. The Yawkey Foundation is bringing us in with Pam Kim, and we're going to do it in September again for 2 days.
That's great. Well, it's good.
And they're going to have the movie EFIS. We're going to have a reunion game out at Douglas Field by you on Route 146.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I want to go to that.
That's September 8th, 9th, and 10th, I think.
Maybe you can stop into the studio and do another live show from here when that happens.
I wonder. That would be good. Yeah, hey, I'm day to day. I'm going to Chicago.
Day to day.
I've got. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to show the movie, get back on a plane. I got a doubleheader Sunday. I got to get Saturday. I'm not. I'm flying. And Sunday I got a doubleheader right here in Vermont in the heat and 2 7-inning games. That'll do me in.
Well, it's one thing to be pitching at the age of 78. It's another thing to go the full 7 innings.
I don't do that anymore.
The weekend is supposed to be cooler, by the way.
I wish it was cool. I'm laying upstairs in my bedroom. Thank God I'm sweating there. That's the only way I'd be cool.
Well, it's good really great to see that video. I love that. That really uplifted me and a lot of Red Sox fans seeing that thing, Bill. And take care of yourself.
I'm so proud that I did that. All my grandchildren saw it. And that's, if I go out tomorrow, I died a hero.
You're not going to die tomorrow, and we won't let it happen. But stay healthy, my friend.
Hey, everybody says I look good. How come I wasn't looking good in Worcester? I looked at a picture. I was white as a ghost. How come they never found that blockage after all those? I had like 13 cardiologists, and only the Worcester found out I had the blockage, but they couldn't operate properly.
Right. Well,
I'm alive.
Yeah, you got to have that. Hey. You got to have that small lady with the left-handed reach.
Oh, always go for a small lady from Pakistan with the left hand.
Spaceman, good talking to you, bud.
You bet. I love you guys. Bye-bye.
Take care. What a life he's had, huh? You never know. You never know. But he's
out of his fucking mind.
I tell you, he is crazy. He's always been crazy. But I told him, I said, you got to try to get to 100 and pitch a game when you're 100. Why not? These guys that throw out the first ball, they go out there, they can't. They move 20 feet in front of the pitching rubber, and then they throw it, and it still bounces in the dirt. Bill gets up there in a Savannah Bananas game, 60 feet 6 inches, and throws it over the plate and pops up the dude who's 50 years younger than him.
Looked better than Flutie out there pitching.
Oh, well, LB and Bill Lee, a couple of guys. If you can drink with both of those guys, you've done something right.
Well, if you're drinking with one of them now.
Well, you can still have a drink to them. You can raise a glass to them.
One of them can still have a drink.
That's right. I've been thinking about a bunch of news topics. I didn't even know if I wanted to do news today.
Why not?
Because it's the summer.
Then don't do it.
Well, the news is sometimes troubling to me. Yeah, I mentioned True Green, right? How they came to my house and the lawn turned yellow.
Yeah.
True Yellow.
Yeah, True Yellow. Yeah. Well, I called him and I said, I got to get somebody out here because I said we got crabgrass growing and that's not supposed to happen. And the lawn's supposed to be green.
You might have a grub problem.
No. It's still yellow. I said, I might as well just go pee out there if it's yellow. I mean, why? No.
You do have 2 teenage boys. That could be the reason.
No, but they're not stomping on
a
that
dog.
lawn.
Yeah, the dog will pee on the lawn.
And, the Red Sox have been consuming me because I was so I was in here telling you how much I thought this team sucked ass and how they were boring and they were going to 500 at best.
You're not like a fair weather fan.
Yeah.
You were?
Well, I guess I turned into one when they started to win. What happened was I went on vacation. They started winning every single game, and I was watching the games, and the way they were winning was kind of exciting, And they got the big left-hander, Garrett Crochet. He's an animal.
Gary
Crotchet. Love the guy. He's really, really good. They got that Ceddanne Rafaela, who's like oblivious to pressure. He's been winning games for them. They've been doing it right. They got young kids out there trying to get the job.
They're hungry.
They're trying to show that they deserve to be in the big leagues. The number 19, Roman Anthony. He's got a good swing. It took him a week, but now he's hitting the ball hard. Line drives everywhere. So I'm really, really happy about the Red Sox, and it reminds me a little bit of Morgan Magic. Right? Were you alive for that?
Yeah, 88.
How old were you? Like 3?
Yep.
You don't remember that?
My first game, I remember it was a year later. At
Yeah,
Fenway.
but you don't know what happened. You were 4.
No.
You probably were still pooping in your pants.
Pretty sure they got slaughtered by the A's.
In 80...
No, this was a regular season game in 89, the year after.
Morgan Magic, yeah.
Yes.
Because I was, at that time, I was working at a TV station. This is how much older I am than you.
Yeah, a lot.
I was working at a TV station with press passes going to the playoffs in Oakland against the A's, covering the Red Sox. And then, because I love Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan was one of the great, he's almost 95 years old. He'll be 95 in November.
I didn't even realize he was still alive.
Yes, he is. And God bless him. But for those of you that don't remember Morgan Magic, it is very reminiscent, the 10-game winning streak. As a matter of fact, Joe Morgan took over for the Red Sox management job. They won 12 in a row, his first 12. And they had been interviewing Joe Torre and Lou Piniella to try to come to be the managers of the Red Sox, manager of the Red Sox. They named him acting manager, Joe Morgan, on July 14th. And then they started negotiating with these other guys that they wanted to get. But because the Red Sox won 12 in a row, they decided, well, maybe we should just wait this thing out a little bit because it's going pretty well.
What do you suppose the Morgan Magic was?
Cocaine.
Series of coincidences?
Yeah, they brought in more cocaine than they had for the last couple of years.
6-2 and even.
John McNamara was getting that stuff. Morgan.
Joe Morgan didn't do well in the postseason. Every single year he's up against the Oakland Athletics, and they were really
swept.
Good. Yeah, but he got him there, and in a surprising way. By the way, the only reason they didn't beat the Oakland Athletics in the playoffs, Eckersley saved. They won. They swept. Oakland swept them. And Eckersley had the save in all 4 games.
Yep.
And it was one of the great seasons of all time. So what did they do when Joe Morgan, he's a local guy, Walpole guy. He went to BC, played hockey. He's all kinds of Boston roots. They dump him in 1993, 1992 for Butch Hobson.
Ugh.
And the Red Sox of 92 were just about as bad as you could be. So Joe Morgan's final big league managerial totals: 301 wins, 262 losses for a .535 winning percentage.
Pretty good.
Oh, yeah, pretty good. And then they got rid of him. And I remember the video of him, Channel 5, I think, they interviewed him, and he's talking to his grandson, and they're saying, well, they fired Joe, and Joe's saying, well, yeah, but my grandson still likes me, right, kid? He's sitting on his lap. It's cute. Anyway, so I just thought I'd throw in a little Morgan Magic talk because this 10-game winning streak has me thinking it's very similar to the way they're winning in weird ways that you didn't think the Red Sox were capable of. Now, do you remember last episode we did, Ben, the one you weren't here? You remember that? You weren't here, so you probably don't remember.
I don't remember.
We were talking about funny baseball names.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
It did happen.
No.
I'm thinking great show names because I did a TV show during the football season on NECN. It was an Eddie Andelman production.
Yeah.
And it was Sam Gash and Ted Johnson. And they called it the Monday Night Football Show, but I wanted to call it Gash and Johnson. But somebody overruled that, and I'm still trying to figure out why. But funny baseball name shows, if you take the funny names and the list of names that I had funny guys on each team and you put them together in a show,
yeah,
the Red Sox and Yankees combined for Dick Fitz, Jazz Chisholm. That would be a show. It'd be Dick Fitz and Chisholm, and people would listen. And then there's the Texas Rangers and Miami guys, Josh Jung and Jansen Junk.
Yeah.
That's kind of like 4 J's, right? Washington. Oh, you told me the guy's name in Washington. I couldn't pronounce it. Britchie.
Let me go back to it.
No, it's right here. Zach
Brzezicki.
Yeah, Brzezicki. Anyway, so I'm watching TV the other night, and I got to tell you, and I don't have any. I'm not homophobic.
Yeah, right.
Jesus.
Bill and I have known you for decades.
That's right.
Why do you say that?
You are terrified.
No, I'm not.
Of homosexual people.
No, I just
remember that one guy that was selling magazines. He came to the door. Mikey started screaming, ran into the bathroom. Yeah.
It's not like you hate them. You're just. It's like being afraid of heights. Like you don't hate heights. You're just afraid of them. I mean, it's an irrational. You don't get it.
You know what Eric, my producer Eric Evangelista did to me one time.
Is this why you're homophobic?
He owed me. No, he's not. He's totally married and has 2 kids, but he's funny.
Yeah.
He owed me $50 for a bet on some sports event. He owed me $50, so he wrote me a check And in the memo, he put NAMBLA dues.
There you go. That's right.
So that when I cashed it, anyway.
So there's a document out there with that on there and your name.
No, but the reason I say that is because I was watching TV and Apritude, that drug that they for HIV people.
Yeah,
it comes on.
HIV people.
Oh, they got HIV. So what are we going to call them? HIV rodents? I mean, come on.
It's just fun. The HIV people.
Yeah, the people with HIV. What am I supposed to say? So the Apritude commercial comes on, and the whole commercial is guys trying to pick each other up and looking at each other longingly and then kissing on the ad. And I'm thinking, well, okay, so I don't care what they do behind closed doors, but this is not behind closed doors. This is on my TV. I'm trying to eat over here.
Yes,
I'm
Mike.
sorry, and the other thing is, and I mentioned this last time, if you're getting a drug for your HIV that makes you undetectable, isn't that unfair, patently unfair to any of your partners, no matter what gender they are?
Yeah, I would think disclosure is in order.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got to say about that.
No. Okay.
That's really kind of all I got.
I'm really glad that's all you have to say.
Me too.
No, I mean, I know it's an opinion show here, but I'm like just.
Christ.
Do you
Starting
want
to sound like one of those congressmen that's rallying against gay marriage,
No,
and yet
I don't
secretly
care.
you're over
They
in the
can get
bathroom
married,
giving hand jobs.
do
under
whatever
the
they want to do.
divider.
They can do whatever they want to do. That's not the point. I'm not saying that they should be denied any right to do what they want to do. I don't think there's certain commercials on TV. Like if there was a commercial for hemorrhoids on TV and they're showing the guy's butt crack and it's got a big giant growth on it, I don't want to see it. And I even had a hemorrhoid once. I can sympathize.
You are a sick bastard.
I used to be a jockey till I got a bad hemorrhoid and I had to quit.
Damn it. What happened?
All right. Now, sexist lyrics in song.
Oh, really? There are
Yes.
some? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to do the song. You tell me who sang it.
All right,
And
go.
here's the lyric line. You ready?
Great.
Well, she's all you'd ever want. She's the kind they like to flaunt and take to dinner.
She's a lady.
Correct.
Whoa, she's a lady.
Well, she always knows her place. She's got style. She's got grace. She's a winner. Listen to this line.
Yes.
Knowing, I can leave her on her own, knowing she's okay alone and there's no messing. Always treat her with respect. I never would abuse her. What she's got is hard to find. I don't want to lose her.
There you go. See?
She can take what I dish out, and that's not easy. I mean, this is Tom Jones singing about this woman. This poor woman is putting up with all this shit.
She's a lady.
Oh, and he definitely beat the shit out of her.
But he got away. Not only did he get away with it, it was a huge hit. People bought it.
It was for
All right,
her.
here's one for you. It's down to me, the difference in the clothes she wears. Down to me, the change has come.
She's under my thumb.
She's under my thumb. Under my thumb is a squirming dog who's just had her day. Under my thumb, a girl who just changed her ways. It's down to me. She does just what she's told. Down to, this is Mick Jagger. Now, wait. Siamese cat of a girl. It's down to me, the way she talks when she's spoken to. Down to me, the change has come. She's under my thumb. And then this one is under my thumb, her eyes are just kept to herself. Under my thumb, I can still look at someone else.
Oh.
But she can't.
Jeez, Mick.
That is sexist lingo there.
Oh, my God.
Now, here's the worst one. The jealousy of John Lennon. No, people don't realize.
Okay.
He had that song, You Can't Do That. If I catch you talking to that boy again, I'm going to let you down, leave you flat. That's nothing compared to what he said later in the song Run for Your Life.
Run for your life.
He says, I'd rather see you dead, little girl, than to be with another man. You better keep your head, little girl, or you won't know where I am. You better run for your life if you can, little girl. Hide your head in the sand, little girl. Catch you with another man, that's the end. Oh, God. Jimi Hendrix. Then Then he sings, "You know that I'm a wicked guy and I was born with a jealous mind, and I can't spend my whole life trying just to make you toe the line. Let this be a sermon. I mean everything I've said. Baby, I'm determined, and I'd rather see you dead." Can you believe it?
You know what about those songs though? The melody was good. All the players were good.
With the jealousy, it was just emanating from John Lennon, and he had the song "Jealous Guy" when he was a solo artist.
A lot of people didn't pay attention to the lyrics.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad we're not like that, Ben?
That you don't beat your women?
I never. I let them beat me. See, I like that. I like him when they're sassy, swinging back at me.
Jesus, here we go.
I'm just kidding. I've never hit a woman in my life. I've hit on some women.
Some. You're working on hitting on all the women.
God. All right, well.
The prostitute is someone who would love you no matter who you are, what you look like. Yes, it's true, children. But that's not why you pay a prostitute. No, you don't pay for her to stay. You pay her to leave afterward. That's why I praise the Lord for prostitutes.
Bring James Taylor in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. James Taylor.
Hey.
Prostitute is like any other woman. They all trade something for sex, and they do it well.
That's why I say prostitutes.
And they do it well. That's my favorite line. Okay, well, I guess it's time to, this is old baseball talk. We did a lot of baseball talk today.
Yeah, a lot of ball talk.
And it reminds me of a song from, I believe it was a Broadway musical called Damn Yankees.
Oh.
So we're going to get Troop and Castiglioke here to give you their rendition of this is by request. Ben wanted this one.
Mm-hmm. Sure did. Not.
You gotta have heart. Heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start.
You gotta have hope, Joe. You mustn't sit around and mope, Joe. Nothing's half as bad as it may appear unless you are queer without hope.
When your luck is batting zero, get your chin up off the floor, you whore. Mister, you can be a hero. Can you believe it? You can open any door.
There's nothing to it but to do it.
You gotta have heart. You gotta have a voice. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. Just in case he farts.
A great slugger we haven't got.
A great pitcher we haven't got.
A great ball club we haven't got.
What have we got?
We've got heart, Joe. I think I'm really gonna fart. Oh.
You'll never win. You gotta have hope. Because you're a big fucking dope.
How dare you?
So hang yourself with a rope. I can't think of anything else that rhymes with that. Thanks for listening, everybody.